Hey guys, welcome to the show. Today we're in Cocoa, Florida, and today's lessons I'm going to show you a trick and the metrics when it comes to trying to put a tub diverter spout on that you have to thread in. So we're going to go into the one in the bathroom. I've already changed the valve. I'm going to show you how to do that. All right, so I was out here a few days ago, and the customer is redoing the house, and they're going to be selling it, so nobody lives here and stuff. And he actually bought some trim kits for some old mowing valves, one for a tub shower valve, one for a shower. He bought them from us, but the kits didn't line up with the old valves. So we ended up coming out here and changing some valves, and the valve that we put in here for the tub shower, we ran into some problems. We had to open up the wall. And I'm going to show you what we have to do, because we're not putting the trim on for this particular valve today until they make a repair on the tile, but we still have to have it ready for the customer to put the trim on once that repair is made. All right, as you can see, this has all been redone and tiled and stuff. Well, we ran into a problem here. This is a back-to-back. On the other side of there is a shower valve in the master bath. These are small bathrooms and stuff. We ended up putting a new valve in here, but there was no space. And he didn't want a Smitty plate or anything, and I had that valve sitting in there all ready to go, just trying to pop them last two fittings in there, and the darn thing fell back in the wall and underneath the tub. And at that point, I explained to him, look, we got to get this wall opened up. He has a tile guy that's going to come back and make the repair, but he has a diverter spout that's going to screw in. Now, there's a certain length that you have to make this stub out in order for that to happen, and I'm going to show you how. Special color trim here, as you can see down in there, that is a screw in. That's what we call IPS. So this actually isn't going to just slip on and you're going to tighten it with a little screw. This has to thread into a male adapter. My problem is now that we've opened up this wall, we have to find out our direct length of how long this piece is going to be to cut it and to sweat a male adapter, copper male adapter on there. So once this is a finished product, you can screw that thing in and it's going to match up to the wall. Here's how to do it. All right, so here is a 1/2-inch copper male adapter. We want to be able to sweat this thing on here, okay? So that way we can take our diverter spout and we screw this in. But the whole premise of this is once it's said and done and the repair has been made to this wall, we want that diverter spout to mount up flush to that wall. Seeing this is all out and boogered up like that, we've got to make a template and then make the right measurements to sweat that on. We're not putting any trim on this side because the repair has to be made, but we want to make sure that that male adapter is in the right place, so that way when the repair is made, we're long gone. The customer just has to screw that thing on and it's going to match up to there. Let's show you how I'm going to make a template. All right, I got a really thin piece of cardboard that's here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to match that up to where we got the hole that's in the wall and notch it around that stubbed out piece of copper and set it into place, and then I'll show you what we'll do next. Okay, I'm going to take that piece of thin cardboard, we're going to kind of set it into place like right above in here. Let's flip that over. All right, now we're kind of looking at where that spout is going to be. I'm going to take and put a mark with a Sharpie right there. Now we're going to cut little opening area here to slide this down so it's face mounted right to the final surface of where that tile is going to be. Something like that. I'm going to take that piece and we're just going to slide it down over here. Now I got a little bit of a problem still happening because it's buckled out because of our cartridge coming out here. So I'm going to make one more hole so we can slide this whole thing back and be flush to the wall. All right, somewhere around in here. Remember, we're just making a template. I'm going to kind of cut that out. That way we can slide this whole piece of our cardboard template back to the wall so we can have pretty close to what the finished product's going to be. All right, nice and easy. I'm just using a razor knife. Like I said, we're not trying to get anything fancy done out of here. We're just trying to make a template. See if I can cut this out. Just so we can slide this up against the wall. Something like that. real close to being a template. Now our measurement from the wall itself, right here, to the end point, before we even sweat that copper adapter on there, needs to be 3 1/4 inch before the adapter is sweated on. 3 1/4 inch. Let's go ahead and make that measurement, cut it, and get it prepped for that male adapter. Okay, 1/2 inch male adapter, copper. Go ahead, we're gonna clean that out real good. Just get it done and out of the way. Then we'll get our measurement, and we will cut that stubbed out 1/2 inch copper coming from the valve to the right length. Remember, 3 1/4 from finished product. This right here is setting at 3 7/8. So we're gonna mark this little Sharpie, 3 1/4, right there. And that's where I'm gonna make the cut. We'll prep that and we'll sweat our adapter on that. Now at this point, the template has done its job. We'll go ahead and pull that out of the way and get ready to put that adapter on there. Flux on the pipe itself, not the fitting. It's just how I do it. Okay, male adapter. There we go. Put a bead of sweat on that. Alright, we'll let that thing cool off for a minute. And that's what we're looking at. Alright, at this point we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our template back on here. Like I said, this is just, you know, something I came up with and make it as close as possible. Now at this point, from here to our finished wall is going to match our diverter spout. Now if you have a diverter spout that has a little hex key and stuff like that, completely forget about this video. But this application goes for every one that you're going to run into. If you have to get a diverter spout that you screw in there, stuff like that, most of the time you don't have to put a template in, everything's ready to go, and you just make it and it's going to line itself up. And before you put that on there, you don't need a bunch of pipe dope or stuff. Just I recommend to put some sort of Teflon tape. But we're not going to put this on here with Teflon tape right now because the customer is going to end up doing this after the tile's been fixed. We're just going to slide that diverter on here and see how close we came to matching that what is going to be a finished wall. All right, let's give this a try. See that? Look how close I am to that wall. And after screwing it all the way in, this thing's going to match my final piece. See that? That is pretty slick. See? I was able to match that, which is going to be a finished wall product without there being the tile in there, just by making a simple template. Don't forget that measurement, 3 1/4 inches before you sweat the adapter on. Sweet. Let me just take this thing back off. Now, long after we're gone and the tile's been fixed, the customer confidently can put that diverter spout on there and not have to worry about calling a plumber to come back and make the right adjustments on there.
Hey, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks so much for hanging out and watching the video. Hopefully somebody out there gets some sort of value out of the short, quick little video that I put together today. Remember, this concept works on all aspects, whether you're replacing a valve or it's a remodel, new construction. Remember, your finished product, your stub out to put your screwed in diverter is going to be 3 1/4 inches before you sweat that male adapter on. And that way you can go about your business once the job has been done and the customer or the contractor goes to put the trim on, they're not going to run into any kind of problems. Got any questions, leave them down below. And don't forget to keep plumbing.